So some of you might recognise this mine down here. I have been here before, and this is where I thought I saw a taniwha, and it wasn't a taniwha. Anyway, so down here we've got a area where the compressor used to be back in the 1890s, and they dug this tunnel in here. It's a massive tunnel full of water, and they it was meant to meet up with mines from above. It never happened. And the reason that I'm coming back here today is because, well, I've got my mate here who is also my editor, Danny, and he's never seen down here. And also there's an area at the end where it's collapsed. But I've never been sure whether it's collapsed to the point where you can't actually get through, or maybe I was just too scared to climb over the top of the collapse. So we'll go and have a quick look here and see what we can find. So the idea was that they were going to put a train in here, and that was going to carry ore right into the township in Tiaraha.
It would be quite successful if there was enough one to do it.
Yeah, they just spent a lot of money, and
Yeah, they couldn't do it, there wasn't enough ore, yeah.
they got about 400 or 500 metres in here, and that was as far as they got. So I wonder, I'm pretty sure there's an eel down here somewhere. Hopefully we'll see that today. I think last time I was more intelligent and had worn gumboots, but today just wearing normal boots. What have we got there? I thought it was a grenade, but I think it's just a pine cone. Wow, that's a hole in the floor I hadn't noticed before. But yeah, an eel lives in there. I don't know if you'll see what I'm even looking at. Oh yeah, we've still got there's a pet rock up here, a painted rock. Tron rocks from 2021. We have a few of these kind of offshoots here. I'm not sure what they were for. But yeah, there's a few of those off to the left and to the right of the main tunnel. Just absolutely huge. We're talking probably 3 or 4 metres to the top of the roof, and close to that wide as well, although it is taller than wide, so it can't be the same measurement. Another one of these offshoots here, whether that is to do with maybe they were going to do some sort of railway ventilation for steam engines. Not entirely sure. Not sure if I remember that rock here before, being just lying on the ground. And what's Danny doing down here? Yeah, it's quite deep holes in the floor, and I've never noticed that before. But that was obviously something to learn for today, that there are these holes in the floor. Watch out for. Now, I think they did actually, or were hoping that they would drill into the ore body along here and actually mine gold out of the railway tunnel as well. But all of these things they were, less than successful at doing. The main thing that they would have been good at doing was spending quite a lot of money from investors, and I guess the longer the tunnel was, the more that the investors back in London or Auckland, wherever they were, the happier they were if they saw some progress that they thought was being made. But all this was stopped in the by the 1920s. It was all over. They'd given up. The gold up the hill was too refractory. There's just small lenses of quartz that never really led to a major lode anywhere. I'm sure if you didn't invest too much money and in the right part of the venture, there was profits to be made. And if you happen to work for a larger mining company rather than being a solo expedition into the mountains, you probably made a decent wage. You didn't really have to worry too much about whether gold was found or not. So we start to come to quite large pieces of wood that have collapsed down here. Where? What?
What's this?
What?
This bit here, right? You're showing
Piece of wood?
No, the rock there.
Oh, right. I don't know, it just looks like the same rock as that. Andesite? Probably andesite. Andesite is what I always say when I really only have a vague idea. I know there was a lot of andesite around here, and then there would have been the quartz lenses that intruded into that. Further than this. So we get quite a bit of this collapse here, which is a bit unnerving, as is the strange echoey sound is a bit different. I think it's just because of the different volume. Yeah, the air reverberates around a bit differently.
Well, the rock is all sound better here, obviously.
And obviously there has been a bit of collapse here, so perhaps there's a bit of difference in the rock. Wow, it's pretty misty down there, and I think that's the end, but that's what I wanted to see, is whether that is actually the end or not. Looks pretty nasty, doesn't it? But I try not to think about it too much. Just get down here, these last 20 or so metres, and see what happens. It's quite warm down here. Yeah, some mines are warm and some... This one obviously doesn't have perhaps any airflow. Nothing to do with volcanic activity, just a lack of circulation. As I say, they got 400 or 500 metres in here apparently, and then gave up. So clearly, it's just a one-ended tunnel. But I don't believe I've ever got to the actual end of wherever that 400 or 500 metres is, because we certainly haven't come in 500 metres since the entrance. What's that? Eh?
Does that collapse there, or does it go around the corner?
Oh, this is what I'm wondering. It definitely doesn't go around the corner, but you might be able to get up on top of the collapse. Just not sure. The water here is probably, yeah, shin deep, I suppose, is what you'd call it. Not too bad. Yeah, pretty stuffy down here, eh? It's, you're rushing me, bro. So I don't know whether anyone's tried to go up here before or not. I haven't. I've never been any further than the bottom of this bit. And look at that, that's all collapsed off there. Don't know if I see any possible signs of other people coming up here or not. It's not very nice, that's for sure. No, not nice at all. I have a feeling though that it doesn't actually carry on. Or does it? It does, but the water is so deep down there that yeah, I'm not going into that. That is deep as, oh, probably over my head, I would say. Yeah. Well, that's fascinating though. I've never looked this far down into the mine. I'm a little concerned about the air quality in here. It's definitely making me puff a bit, and if I was to go down the other side there, which I would say that gets very little air circulation, could easily be full of carbon dioxide, and without any sort of meters or anything to even. Yeah, I think that'll do nicely for the day. We've got quite far into here.
This is like just wider into the water because they were trying to make it into that main route.
Yeah, now I've muddied up all the water here, so I can't actually. You can't see the.
Side on this side.
Which side? This side?
On this side of the road. So then I tried
Oh!
where you walk so that wouldn't happen. And there is cavities under some of the collapses, so you've got to be careful you can cross that too.
Yeah.
Without, of course, another collapse, so much of them.
Alright, so pretty much we head back now. See if I can see any more tunifars in this one when I get home on the video. It's quite interesting how the light from the torch, it sometimes hits the surface of the water and then shines back up on a different area of the mine. Now, I'm going quite slowly today. I've crippled myself and my left knee is absolute agony.
Yeah, but we did go exploring up a mountain for 4 hours.
We did, yeah.
So,
And I've got, apparently it's about a 15-minute walk back to the car, and I'm hoping that I can do that without causing myself too much drama. Pain-wise, but at this stage, been walking for, I would say, a good 5 hours, and looking forward to getting back to the car and sitting down. I might get Danny to drive, and be nice having a drink. And it'd be nice getting into some clearer airflow as well. Just getting across this bit of collapse here, which is quite tricky. Glowworms here, eh? Yeah, there's usually at least a few in every place I go into. Well, it can't be that stagnant, the water, because I know that there's an eel that lives up here somewhere. I think that eel must have gone in one of those holes and be in underneath the bottom. I saw him, not this time, I've seen him last time I was here. get past this rotting timberwork. Now this timber is still retaining its brown coloration rather than the black colouring that you see up at the Tui mine. So I'm guessing that it's less acidic conditions than over there on the north side of Te Araha. Which was lucky. I mean, I was talking to someone who made a comment on one of my videos, and they were saying the Minamata disease, which was caused by mercury in one of the Japanese harbours, I think that affected all the fish life in the harbour, and then it affected the the local human population as well, and eventually all that lead concentrate and mercury that was being shipped over there was stopped and everything had to be cleaned up. But I didn't realise that New Zealand played such a key role in what was not a very good episode as far as mining goes, because that caused a lot of problems, health problems for a lot of people, and perhaps that could have been foreseen and approached in a different way. But I guess they learn things as you don't know until something happens sometimes. So that mining was stopped in the 70s anyway, and this mine was, as I said, stopped in the 1920s, so they were never going to have that kind of modern issue over this side of the Te Araha mountain. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed I haven't seen the eel. I think he or she has disappeared down into the rocks. Seen me coming with my powerful torch and went, yeah, I don't like that. I think I'll hide out somewhere else where I don't need to be bothered by that. Now hopefully soon we should turn the corner and maybe see the entrance of the mine. Can't see Danny anymore, he's raced ahead of me, being he doesn't have a sore leg like I do though. I'm sure he'll wait for me at the entrance if he's not just round the corner here. He can't really go anywhere, I've got the car key. Oh, there's the eel right there. Right there, folks, can you see it? It's under that bit of wood moving around. Yeah, I've got the camera on my head, so I never really know whether I've got my head pointing at the right place or not for things that I'm talking about on camera. Not the biggest eel in the world, and I am planning on going to do a bit of videoing at some local streams, just see if I can attract up one of the really big New Zealand eels and possibly some trout. But this one's just an eel that seems to have got itself stuck in a cave somehow or another. But we'll get past it here and see if we can make some progress back towards the entrance. Yeah, still seems like a fair way to go, and Danny's raced out right through the other side. It's really just because I'm creeping around. Don't know whether I've done some actual damage to the cartilage in my left knee. I think that's probably the case. But I'm not really in any position to go and, I don't know, get surgery or something for that sort of thing, doing your knee ligament. Don't know whether it will fix itself just over a period of time or not. Seems alright when I'm like walking up hills, but as soon as it comes to walking back down the hill, if I've been walking for a long time, and that's when I have real issues. But it hasn't brought me to a complete standstill. Still managing to do a few things, getting out as much as I can. I think I see some natural light coming from around the corner, so we can't be too far away from getting back now. Some of this black you see on the roof here, we're talking about the same manganese that we see in a lot of places, because we're all around the same kind of area. Oh, talking of, well, it's a bit random, but I had a nice comment from a lady who's offered to send me a really cool old map of Mount Karangahaki. And I don't know if it has any of the old mines listed on there, but it'll be interesting to have a look at and just see what some of the old roads and that were around before everything got overgrown and the industry, the mining and forestry really came to a stop. So it could even be waiting at home for me right now to inspect, and if that is the case, I think the lady's name was Adrienne. So if that's right, I hope I haven't mangled your name, but thank you very much in advance for that map. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. You can see Danny waiting at the entrance here. We're nearly back. I'll just hobble along here, get out, and probably turn the camera off, I think. And that'll probably be it for today. Already getting some ideas for the next trip out. But thank you for staying with me. I've now been on YouTube a year.